Thank you for answering the questions on my forum. Watch this video and go back and answer the questions to see if your opinions changed after learning more. Let's go over the ranking on the green energy processes first from my forum. We got hydropower at first with 0.00039 square miles for 100,000 megawatts of power. And then second came nuclear with 1.3 square miles for 13,000 megawatts of power. Solar came third for 0.013 square miles for just 1 megawatt of power. Geothermal came fourth with 0.5 square miles for 1 megawatt of power. And offshore wind came last for 1.5 square miles for 2 to 3 megawatts of power. Why is this important? Nuclear takes up this much space to produce this much power, and solar and wind take up this much space to produce this much power. Next up is worker safety. Worker safety and preparedness is taken very seriously within the nuclear industry. Let's talk about it. Workers regularly review safety and procedure. They also participate in ongoing training. They are only allowed an extra 150 millirem of radiation per year, and they cannot exceed this limit at all. A millirem is a unit used to measure radiation. It is 1/1000th of a rem. The average person is exposed to 650 millirems of radiation per year. Flight personnel are exposed to more radiation per year than the average nuclear reactor employee. Flight personnel are exposed to an additional 200 millirem annually. They can be exposed to up to 500 millirems of radiation annually if they are on longer flights more commonly. Nuclear workers are at low risk of harm from radiation because of the safety measures that they have in place. The safety measures include containment, waste management, and exposure through the nuclear processes. Let's talk about containment. When we are actively creating nuclear energy, the core is contained within a concrete and lead dome. For example, in the UK, they're building a power plant that has a lead dome that weighs 245 tons that has an additional 700 tons of concrete that will be poured to form the second dome. Waste management starts with the workers. They wear specialized protective gear when handling nuclear waste. This nuclear waste, which is spent fuel rods, are placed in cooling pools for 4 years before they are moved to dry storage. Dry storage varies from area to area. It is kept in concrete casts. Some are above ground, some are below ground. Buried waste is safer for the environment just because it can't escape. And then above ground waste is able to be recycled and can help lower the cost of the fuel just because there will be more accessible. Nuclear power is safe for cities. France already has proven this because 70% of their power comes from nuclear energy. Meltdowns seem to be the biggest worry from people when it comes to the use of nuclear energy. The U.S. has lots of regulations and requirements for nuclear energy, including barriers, safety systems, training, procedures, and testing, and maintenance that make sure the likelihood of a meltdown is very minimal. Nuclear explosions like the bright white and mushroom cloud can't happen because of how they're built and maintained now. Old reactors explosions were from chemical and steam like Chernobyl and 3 Mile Island. New reactors have safety features for storing uranium rods in case of emergencies, such as overheating. If an emergency happens, the rods are dropped into a storage room. They are rapidly cooled down to 5% of the reactor's power. With this information in mind, please go back and re-answer the questions now. Thank you.